Road to the Super Bowl begins. We've just had amazing, great, close games with the wild card. We are still missing one more game, the Monday night game. Tampa Bay Bucks, Dallas Cowboys. That is the only game left. But there's 4 teams ready for the AFC. 3 teams have locked in the playoff spots. That is the only matchup left in the wild card race before we get into the divisional rounds. Guys, I want to know your predictions. Who do you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl? Okay, the Chiefs are left, the Jaguars, the Bills, the Bengals for the AFC, and for the NFC, we have the Eagles, we have the Niners, we have the Cowboys, we have the Bucks so far, depending on how that happens, and we even have the New York Giants. Guys, in this video, I basically want to talk about what the heck happened this past weekend and what are we going to be expecting next week in the divisional rounds. Guys, let's talk about road to the Super Bowl and to see Rihanna perform at the halftime show right now. So, like I said, honestly, guys, the Seattle Seahawks, they put up a match against the Niners. It was pretty close during halftime, but the Niners obviously were simply overmatching the Seattle Seahawks in each and every way, putting up 41 points on Pete Carroll's Seattle Seahawks. Now, they will host another playoff game next week, depending on the winner of the Bucks and Dallas Cowboys, the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars will be facing against the Kansas City Chiefs next week in Arrowhead. But what a comeback this game was incredible. I was watching with my son pretty darn live, if I do say so myself. The Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Honestly, guys, a lot of people counted out the Miami Dolphins. They were the underdogs by 14.5 points. They actually covered that spread, only losing by 3. And honestly, it was a pretty tight battle until the very, very end in the last quarter, where the Buffalo Bills simply just had way more experience and just outplayed them systematically and actually took this win. The Buffalo Bills will be playing against the Cincinnati Bengals next week. Now, the New York Giants were a huge upset versus the Minnesota Vikings. Actually, the Vikings were on upset alert. Basically, throughout this whole entire week, the Giants actually pulled it off, and they will be facing the Philadelphia Eagles next week at Philadelphia. Now, the next game, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals. This game was a complete disaster, in my opinion. A huge defensive battle until the very end, where the Cincinnati Bengals took the ball away from Huntley and basically took it 98 yards to the house. Now, there's been many criticism after the game. J.K. Dobbins basically criticized the Ravens offense afterwards, saying that their play calling was basically outrageous. But he's just probably saying that because of the frustration of the loss. And the last game on the list, guys, Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have to see it. We have to see what is going on. Already the divisional rounds, we already have the times and dates for next week. So let's talk about that right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars at Arrowhead will be a Sunday game, the first game of the division round. The Kansas City Chiefs already a 9-point favorite here. But you can't overtake the Jacksonville Jaguars. These 2 teams played early on in the season, and the Kansas City Chiefs basically outplayed them. But the good thing is the Jaguars have some sort of film. The only thing is Trevor Lawrence really has to minimize his turnovers. If he could do that, they will have a chance at the very end of the game. Bengals, Bills. Now, this game is going to be played in a neutral site because of whatever happened in Week 17. Guys, this game, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a very emotional game because of what happened with Damar Hamlin way back when. And honestly, guys, I think they're going to do some sort of tribute. They're probably going to walk him out. Nothing's been announced. It's just me kind of spitballing ideas, right? This game is going to be a back and forth, high-powered offense battle. They have right now the Buffalo winning by 4, and the over-under is 50. I actually think it's going to be more than 50. There's going to be an offensive battle, and there's basically going to be no defense, in my opinion. We have to see what happens. Now, the Cincinnati Bengals have to play way better offense than what they played against the Ravens, and the Bills basically have to make more stops to make sure that the Bengals don't score. The next game that they've already announced, the Giants and the Eagles, this is going to be a Saturday game as well, the Saturday night game. Giants at the Eagles. The Eagles are actually favored by 7.5, and I actually think this is going to be a way closer game than what people may expect. So that is something to actually basically pay attention to. And the very last game is going to be whatever team, either the Bucks or the Cowboys at San Francisco, Sunday night, just 6:30 if you want to call it that. But I do believe it doesn't matter who plays the Niners. I do believe the Niners will go off into the NFC Championship as well. There's only 4 teams left in the AFC: the Kansas City Chiefs, Cincinnati Bengals, Buffalo Bills, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I don't see the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Chiefs, and the Bengals Bills is basically going to be a toss-up, and whoever wins that will be playing against the Chiefs in the very end of the AFC Championship. I do believe the AFC has more high firepower than the NFC at this moment. In the NFC, people are already predicting Eagles and Niners for the NFC Championship. for right here for the AFC, we don't know, right? It's between the top 3 teams of the AFC. It's just going to be very interesting just to see what happens. And the last game, the Cowboys Bucks, I do believe the Bucks will actually pull it off, honestly. I think the Cowboys will get upset yet again. The Cowboys are favored for that game, but I do believe the Bucks will beat the Cowboys, and the Bucks will go over there to San Francisco, lose to San Francisco, and make sure the 49ers go into the championship. But those are things we have to wait and see. In the playoffs, we don't know what could happen. But let me know what you guys think. What are your predictions for the divisional rounds? Who do you guys think is going to win, the Bucks or the Dallas Cowboys? Let me know down in the score predictions as well down in the comment section. If you guys did like this video, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe down to the channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. See you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.